Hello everyone, my name is Victor Garza and today I'm going to present my funded project titled Starbucks Expansion in Latin America. I choose this case because I find it really interesting how big and global the brand like Starbucks managed to enter a market that already has a strong coffee tradition. The company has to face a cultural economy and a political change, but it also found many opportunities for growth. Starbucks began operation in Latin America in 2002, starting with Mexico and later expanding to Brazil and other countries like Chile, Colombia, and Argentina. To make this process easier, Starbucks works with Alsea, a Mexico company that manages stores and logistics in the region. Latin America is a region with young population and a growing middle class. And a deep love for coffee, this made it attractive for market for Starbucks, but at the same time, it has to adapt to people local states and spending habits. Commonly, Latin America is full of contracts. There are big cities with high purchase power, but also economic instabilities and inflation in some areas. Politically, freight change in the government and regulation affects the cost of in-person materials and run international operations. Culturally, people in Latin America value their relationship in the social times. Coffee is not just a drink, it's a moment to share. So Starbucks did just sell coffee. It's offer a cozy place to relax and connect with. They call it their place after homework. The main challenge for Starbucks was to keep it globally brandly certified while adapting to the local market. People in Latin America are used to local coffees, where coffee is cheaper and more traditional. So Starbucks has to find the right balance between keeping it the premium image and becoming accessible and relevant to the local consumers. In this case, several stakeholders played important roles. First, with Starbucks Corporation, which sets a global strategy and imagines. Second, Alsea, the partner that operates stores in Mexico and South America. Then local coffee farmers and suppliers, who provide the coffee beans and materials. Of course, consumers are keys because their habits determine the company's success. And finally, the local government, which regulate important taxes and labor laws. Trade agreement has also helped Starbucks to grow in the regions. For example, USMCA in American markets, it's easier to import product, equipment, and material at lower cost and with a fewer berries. Starbucks also supports local economy by creating coffee clusters with family through party programs. This promotes a sustainable, family, fair pay, and a better quality, helping both local community and the Starbucks brand imagine. When it comes to culture, Starbucks made smart moves. They started adding local products to their menu, like their heart shaped frappuccino in Mexico and the brigadeiro cake in Brazil. They also designed the store using local art and architecture, so people could feel the Starbucks was part of the culture. The main customers are just a little between 80 and 35 years old. People who like the newer experience, spend more on a brand, and use the digital platforms like Starbucks review apps. Financially, Starbucks has to deal with currently fluctuation and inflation, which changed the cost of the product. To reduce the risk, Starbucks didn't work alone and partnered with a local operation like Alsea through joint venture. This way, they share both profit and responsibilities. Politicity and stability, new labor laws are important restrictions sometimes make things complicated, but Starbucks stay flexible and keep focusing on the customer experience. I think Starbucks has done many things right, like sustainable programs, local adaptation, and making a strong brand. But there are still areas to improve. For example, Starbucks could expand digital loyalty programs to smaller clients, not just the big ones. Collaborate with local coffee brands or small shops to build stronger relationships. Adjust price to match local income level and specifically in countries with high inflations. The steps could make the company more inclusive and improve in connection with customers. To finish this case shows the explanation of a business into a market. It's not only about selling products, it's about understanding the people, the culture, and the environment. Starbucks success in Latin America because it's respectively local tradition while keeping its global standards. That means lesson here and the adaptation culture and conservative are key for a long-term success. Thank you so much for your time.